Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are around the world. Welcome to the Group Fire Finals. Um, but this is between Chloe and Shananbread. Apparently, Kirby Fan has rolled a 2% bullshit on the seed. Who knows? Today's trackers are the wonderful Lady Draco and Blue Roses. I am your restreamer tonight, Calico Sky, and today in the booth, our commentators are Katie Bean and Flash. How are you guys today?
I'm good.
Good, how are you?
Warm.
Yes, we do have our group fire finals today. I am very excited for this. It looks like the bot has changed its mind on the level of BS we're going to see today, though.
Well,
We got 71%, 61%. That's more like it.
well, either way,
That does seem more reasonable.
yeah, but either way, commentators, the floor is absolutely yours. And I'll pop in if I am needed or if I have something quippy to say, or at the end.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, goat start. Cursed seed is cursed.
Real question is, which transformation mask are we starting with?
What is your favorite to see?
I like seeing Zora start.
Okay. I can see that. It's so hard to choose. I think, like, from a viewer standpoint, I don't mind Deku or Zora because they're interesting. Goron is just, I go fast and great as a
True.
player. But if I want trauma, I'm choosing one of the other two.
Cool. So it looks like our runners are off.
And we'll see what we have. Oh, that's a curse sound. But at least we have Aerith's theme. And we have Deku.
And light arrows, apparently.
Well, baby seed. GG.
Let's see, Cafe looks like couple's mask around his neck and a piece of heart on his face.
Ooh. At least we have the visuals for that. I missed what the bank man said.
As did I. Is that a hook? There's a hook on the bomb shop.
Well, we definitely want that. Looks like Shanann headed to observatory already.
Not a bad play, not a bad play. I like to see it. And looked like a brown chest in the hideout. Ooh, and we got a bean in the tree. Nice.
That seems like one of the more appropriate places for a bean to be. Something about being with plant seems right.
So we gonna knock down Tingle.
Will we get it first try?
Nice.
This was one of the tricks that took me a long time to get somewhat consistent at.
Yeah, I'm still not consistent on it. And we got Bremens on Observatory.
Silver rupee and a piece of heart with tingle. Well, we can afford that hook now. Incoming Skull Kid butt shake. There it is. Do you love a good Bremen mask early?
Early Burma mask means early lemons. Has a giant's mask
Ooh.
on his Clocktown chest, and Deku Palace is foolish except song.
That is interesting.
And one thing to note is that Berman's mask is in logic, since we can get into Observatory via the back way with Deku.
Off to a good start here with Sword School. Didn't choose Novice like I always accidentally do.
One trick that I do to make sure I don't click on Novice is I just hold C up to get through the dialogue instead of A or B.
Oh,
Yeah, it works the same way, just it won't select Novice like A button does.
that is good to know. Number of Gregs I've spent on Novice.
Maybe we needed faith to believe it could be done.
Oh,
Ad break.
Maybe we needed faith to get us that much.
you just need to add faith to get through the seed, apparently. Love that we actually have a command for that.
At percent. Meanwhile, Chloe picking up the Brahmin's mask.
We have a command for a few things.
Also getting their hint about Deku Palace. I don't mind Deku Palace foolish when not crazier settings.
Shan got lunched. Can't talk to the granny when she's getting her lunch from Anju.
Hey, even grannies need to have lunch.
True. It's like a red ruby on the postman.
And Anju gives us her love. Or at least a quarter of it. Center's pretty synced up here. Oh, postman hat. We can go get that 20 bucks.
Well, we'll see if it's 20 bucks in the post box.
Oh, right. I get that backwards. I always think
It
I'm
would've
going to replace the item on his head with the hat. Oh, stone mask, though.
It would have been really funny though if Madame Aroma did give us a letter to Mama to give to the postman for those $20 though. That would have been really
That's
fun.
true. I'll take a stone mask. It's much more useful. Although, Shanann might have wanted the 20 bucks. Who knows?
It looks like our runners are gonna hold hands in laundry pool.
No recoil. Seems like very similar opening routes here from these two. Be interesting to see when the first divergence is.
Only difference is Shan's done Swordsman School and Chloe's done a bit in North Clocktown.
Oh, piece of heart.
Good, no Ocean Spider House today. At least the full day 1 reward.
Oh, there's the red rupee when we deposit 200. Nice rupee count, Chloe.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd take 10% interest from my bank. That'd be great.
Oh,
Norman
Jack is
holds a
dead.
piece of heart. Do we know how to count to 10 today?
Maybe. Can we count to 19? Chloe can. Termina Field, Way of the Hero.
Water's wet. Termina Fields, way of the hero.
Bank 2 is a not required Mask of Sense. PFE is Way of the Hero. Branch
Oh.
Sisters are dead.
Best check ever as a runner. Sad to see as a viewer. Butler has a bow. More hints here. Stone Tower. How do you feel about a Stone Tower foolish?
I mean, I think I would prefer Stone Tower Temples Foolish.
Agreed.
But, I mean, it's not the worst Foolish. I think the worst Foolish is like Laundry Pool or Path to Snowhead.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see those being worse.
But Stone Tower Foolish also isn't terribly great. It's 3 checks. Right outside of Inverted Stone Tower. That's a land title deed that you need a bean to get to.
What would you say is the best foolish?
East Clocktown is pretty great.
I like that one as well.
Like, you'd think maybe Termina Field's foolish, but that one's just disorienting. Because, like, everything you do early is just foolish.
Oh, we have another candidate for Wath? Yep, makes sense.
So, Garo Mask in these settings can't be Way of the Hero since its region is hinted off of the
Right.
guy in Road to Akana. Still nice to have. And still likely required. But not Way of the
We're
Hero.
back to land title deed Wath then.
At least we can hand it in.
That's true.
Either Either way, we can hand it in. We can either turn it into Southern Swamp, or we could give it as some toilet paper.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Our
good.
toilet paper.
Is Termina Field just going to have a whole roll of toilet paper?
That would be impressive.
Which deed would you like? Hand in the Can has color options for his toilet paper. Oh no.
For her toilet paper.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, and there's a bow. I think this Southern Termina Field grotto in the grass.
I think so.
Oh,
Yep.
that's probably Way of the Hero.
So we already have a hook shot and a bow. Maybe that 2% was looking a little more accurate.
You say that now, but then it's gonna be like Zora Mask in the well or something.
I can hope.
I did not see the hint on Shan's side.
I thought it said something about a spider, ocean spider or something.
Okay, Ocean Spider,
Okay.
House, Chest, dead probably.
Oh, and there's a repeat.
And here's a scary thought. We are magic away
Whoa.
from Secret Shrine. Oh, and that's a powder keg off of Milk Road Tingle.
Can't use that yet, but we'll definitely take it. When we're doing bombers.
I like to play. If I don't do Bombers Night 1, I don't do it for another 2 hours. So,
Yeah, if I'm gonna last locate something, it's probably on bombers. Saving grandma? That's appropriate. Not quite the normal bombs, but
I think she said she had a piece of heart being sold in the shop.
Harry has one too. Oh boy. Cafe mask.
That's not something you want to see after 9 p.m. on night 1.
Yeah, a little late on that one.
Who knows, maybe we'll need it to turn in a letter to Mama.
$20 back on the menu.
Who knows, maybe we'll find a letter to Mama in Termina Field too.
Just everything that can count as toilet paper in one place.
Exactly.
Into Dwath.
Was that bomber inside of that Goron for a second?
I was very confused why we were going to hook shot the Goron at first, and then I saw the kid run out, and I was like, oh. Gorons eat people confirmed? I thought it was just rock.
See, oh, Jim's in the right position for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh.
Let's see, let's see. 1, 2.
Oh.
Oh, sad.
5 child, you ruined it. You were on the wrong side. I'd say the sword's pretty worth.
You never know if you're even gonna see FD or a Great Fairy Sword, so sword is definitely welcome this early.
Deku Playground with Deku Start. I always loved this trick. Why play minigames when you can just cheat?
Exactly.
If only we could figure out how to do the same with Honey and Darling.
Speaking of which one's your favorite Honey and Darling minigame?
Favorite has to be just the bombs, because it's probably the easiest for me. How about yourself?
Just anything but day one.
Day one is the choose, right?
Yes. That's a swamp
Okay, yeah.
title feed.
Oh no! We're getting real close to that deed percent. Something scrub relocation?
Well, yeah, we only need. What is it? Bombs, a wallet, and Moon's Tear.
I mean, can a seed that I'm involved with ever actually be jet and good? No. Answer is no.
I mean, the last time I commentated for a grand finals match, it did have scrub relocation, so
Oh, so it's just a theme at this point.
I guess so.
$75%.
Ooh, Shan might be getting the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Oh.
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 Oh. There's a bow for Chloe.
I think as a runner, you're pretty happy to see what you've seen so far in terms of major items, but starting to get into the outer checks that gotta make some decisions.
Let's see. See, we can go basically any direction besides north at this point.
Yeah, we're missing bombs to go north yet, but or a blast mask or a Goron. Take your choice. I'm
I'd say
excited to
the
see what
west.
P-Hat has.
I'd say the west is looking pretty enticing right now with that hook shot. You could do quite a bit in Cape.
All right, just give me 4th piece of paper.
If it's the ocean title deed,
Do
it's
it.
nothing.
Oh. Okay, well there's still a couple more chests in field. I don't think we can get any of them, but there's hope for later. Ooh, we're doing horse race. Another one of those checks that a lot of people don't like to do, and definitely led to some last locations.
Certainly.
That final fence just ruins people's days. Was it worth? I mean, up for debate.
Just big money.
But we might find it worth to get that keg.
Sure, Chloe's doing horse race right now.
Oh, guess not.
Village is foolish except song.
Opponent, please.
And here's our first look at swamp archery. Do you have a preferred archery minigame between swamp and town?
Town for sure. I am not a fan of this check. Just this is the one reason I don't use like SFX rando in MM is because I actually need to know what like the guys sound like.
Oh, same. The one time I tried to do the sound effects, I think I let a Wolfos go away.
Yeah, the Wolfos too, and it makes me sad because sound effects and all that stuff is one of my favorite parts of rando.
But I do agree, town archery is definitely easier. Unless if you're going for perfect. If you're going for perfect, then I think I prefer swamp archery.
It's definitely one of those things I've gotten better with over time. Like in the beginning, I couldn't do swamp archery for anything, and now I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do it, but I can.
And Shan did pick up a bottle from that, so that could be very much required if there's something on something like labfish or healing kume.
Are you hinting at a waffle?
Could be. We still got one wath left. Could be Road to Southern Swamp.
Love a waffle in MM when, there's only 6 of them.
Oh no, the cursed tome.
Time lost book.
I think there was just money on top of the tourist center, so the land title deed is not Way of the Hero for its turn-in. Still could be Way of the Hero if we have scrub relocation required.
One more hint stone here. Oh, Pamela's father.
Sad. It'd be great if, like, our last sometime scent was required lemons.
Oh, let's go. Yes, please. Oh.
What a perfect bottle of red potion location. It can't get much better than that. The only better location is vanilla.
It's kind of interesting because that other bottle is now baiting Shanann to go get the red potion and just to find out, hey, there was one there already. Not gonna feel good.
I mean, maybe she'll find Lens and then she can save it for Shiro.
Important thing to note, folks, don't walk right in front of the witch and drink the potion in front of her. I can confirm from many times accidentally doing it, it is not a good time for either party.
Also, don't give it directly to her the first time you talk to her.
That's true too.
Because then you don't get the item from Kotake.
I always wondered, like, canonically, how this worked after, like, what happened in OOT. Like, we've decided to help them after they were, a boss in OOT.
I mean, maybe they're just retired.
That could be. I don't think it angers the witch more. It angers the player in that, oh crap, now I have to go get another bottle of potion.
I mean, did they meet young Link at all? I forget. In Ocarina of Time?
I guess it depends on what powers, like, bosses have in dungeons, because young Link does have to go to the left side of Spirit, but can they tell just from Link being in Spirit? I don't know. Oh, right. When they capture Nibiru.
Bombs!
Oh,
We can go
that's
north.
mountain access. I thought for a second we read the sign on the wall. The equivalent of reading the carpet in OOT. Everyone loves a good boat ride, though.
It's certainly faster to take the boat than to go around with just Deku Mask and bow.
Ooh. Now, how do we feel about Swamp Spider House?
We shall see. I mean, we can full clear it. Could have something like fire arrows or... Now here's the question. Technically, fire arrows aren't hard required for this seed.
Oh,
Oh no,
no.
Chloe! Since we start with goat remains. So I wonder if either runner will do Fireless Great Bay Temple today or not.
Thankfully, that dragonfly did not make life hard. What is that?
It's a bottle?
I don't think we need another one of those.
Not for doing Swamp Spider House. Definitely not.
A pretty long investment for a fairy container. Now, if Zora eggs, on the other hand, might be consideration.
No, I think if it was the difference between 1 bottles and 2 bottles, maybe. Which Chloe, I think, only has 1 bottle.
Yeah.
Chloe putting that stone mask to good use.
Is circus leader mask over there? I know it's foolish, but it's just like always interesting to see like quote unquote big items in foolish locations. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Chloe? There we go.
Oh, we're fine.
Yes, I believe we saw a hint saying Deku Palace is foolish except song.
Yeah. Sonata.
Vanilla Sonata. We can clear a temple.
Maybe this is a baby seed.
You say that, but again, you could always have Zora Mask and Well.
I can hope that our runners have to suffer that. Don't ever put an item in well in a seed I have to play, though. Don't curse Flash. Sorry.
Ooh,
New wave?
Nice. We're 2 for 2 on songs that we need.
I'll be nice, Blue.
That's a gilded chest in Woodfall.
And we have a hook. Looks like a smaller one, maybe? Oh, there it is.
Sub 37-minute deed percent? Oh no, Shan.
Oh, we're both. Oh. I don't think I've ever seen anyone go this way. Like, I know you can, but.
Go around the back way. Wait. I choose not to, even if I have hook. Oh, there's another gilded chest. I think it's a big one.
Alright. Moon's tier.
No, I think it's a big chest, so I don't think it can be Moon's tier.
Oh, is it? Okay. That's sad. That would be really funny, though.
Or is it a small chest? Nope, it's big.
That one's big, yeah. Moo!
The game's like, would you like 4 bottles?
I think our waffle dreams are dead.
I think so too. We could have a Wath bottle that has gold dust in it.
Yeah, that is a very easy place to get our chateau back from.
Fortunately, we don't have any magic right now to make good use of the chateau. It's good money though.
It was interesting how much this dungeon, well, I guess dungeons in general, the routing changes based on whether fairy chests are on or off.
It's true, because here in Woodfall, there's a lot more checks on the left side when chest fairies are on. Whereas when they're off, there's just one check.
Got a healthy amount of sticks here. For some moths that have an unhealthy obsession with fire.
Okay, I think we're having some divergence here. We have Chloe in Woodfall Temple, and I think Shan's heading to day 3. Perhaps do ranch.
Lemons incoming.
That's right, we do have Bremen maps.
It's happening. Oh, the poor turtles.
I like how Chloe recoils the turtles so that they go back into the bomb.
I was just sitting here thinking about that. I don't know I've ever seen someone do that before.
But dang, does it look cool.
That is 100% swag. Stone Tower foolish again.
I think for hints, what we're missing is we need a boot archery hint, a gossip stones hint, one more way of the hero, and one more sometimes hint. Hopefully we find some of them here in Ranch. And they're not, stuck in springtime gossip stones.
Well, this game would never do such a thing. I can't even joke about that.
I don't think the Wath can be in springtime, but
That was
the sometime-
gilded.
ooh.
Ooh.
Path to Snowhead is way of the hero.
So you said that that's a pretty bad place for a foolish. How you feel about Way of the Hero?
Pretty much the same, since you can peek the ledge and the grotto you just need bombs for. Still nice to know.
Oh, there's the boat archery hint. And magic on Chloe's side.
Ooh, that's the boss key chest that has magic. Okay, we got lemons!
Just very appropriate for this moment. What are we missing at this point? We're missing a song, Zora Mask, ice arrows,
Ice arrows?
and maybe things to get the song.
We're missing 2 songs. We need Oath and we need Elegy.
Oh, right. We do need Oath still.
There is a possibility that we don't need any more song items. You could have Oath on Boss Blue Orb, and then we could have Elegy on Baby Goron. Lemon's not required, but we're still happy to see it.
We have a Goron, though.
Yeah, Shan's rolling around at the speed of sound. Pamela's still dead.
And we've made short work of Woodfall.
We have a big chest in Clocktown.
J3 chest. Oh, you like to see it.
We do like to see it. FD before any remains, we love to see it. Good chance that so
And that's a minigame I'm very happy to see a brown chest in.
and you know that when it's a brown chest, it's gonna be the easiest maze, and then when it's a big guild, it's gonna have the most BS maze ever.
Indeed.
There's a good chance that we have 2 hard required items left. That being ice arrows, and that's all to order on Boss Blue Orb.
Ooh.
So we know we need ice arrows, and we know we need Zora Mask. And we have 2 unfulfilled Way of the Heroes. So we could just find Zora Mask and Path to Snowhead, and then ice arrows and PFE. And then you could do Fireless GPT.
That's true.
Just a matter
Looking
of
pretty good.
where's Elegy?
And that's always the problem in MM, though, is you get to the last song and it's like, you thought this was easy.
What is it? I think in one of my Scrubs matches, I think it was I was in go mode, and there was a keg on Swamp Spider House, and I said to myself, if I need it, I'll go get it. And it was needed. It was the last song item that I
no.
checked. It's okay.
Yeah, songs are just tough in this sometimes. Now we're gonna get our silver rupee. Anyone for a dog race? After we just spend all our money?
Maybe not, since Shan does have a keg, so could always do that next cycle.
Yeah, I think pushing this next wath is pretty important.
Unfortunately, Shan can't do anything in logic and Path the Snowhead.
Yeah, without that magic.
I'm sorry, we already have all of our sometimes hints. It's Bank 2, Pamela, and Gorman. I forgot we saw the Bank 2 hint.
People were saying I was cursing.
Didn't look like the Hungry Goron had anything.
No Hugo today. I do like that as a name.
Kirby fan, it totally could be healing in Goron Village for Lens on Macau for Wathzor Mask on Path to Snowhead Pillar. It definitely could be. It could be Song of Healing for a bomb bag or a bow. Well, actually,
Only
not
problem with
not a
that.
bow. Not a bow.
Only problem with like that line of logic is I don't think we ever actually get to find out that was the case. I assume we just skip logic and never find out.
True, but we know that whatever the song is, it's not foolish. Magic was in Woodfall Temple boss key chest.
All right, what do we got? Oh, elegy right there.
So we have no need for any song items today. For songs at least. Oh, we got more lemons. To Deku Palace, correct?
What was the question? Sorry.
Shan went to Deku Palace in Woodfall, correct?
I know they were over in the area, but I don't know if they ever actually went in and got the song.
I thought they did. I know they soared away, but I think it was after they hit the Woodfall statue, I thought.
Oh, you know what? I think they just went up like into Woodfall area, but not into the palace.
Remember she checked Swamp Spider House.
Then struggled a bit with the jump up to the soaring tablet. I don't remember going into palace. Oh,
Great Fairy Sword. Not gonna say no to that.
gonna get all the niceties today. Fierce Deity and Great Fairy at the same time.
Want to do Secret Shrine? It's certainly in logic to go to Secret Shrine.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what our Wath items are, because if it's just Dora Mask and then ice arrows.
You know what? Speaking of Waths, whatever I said about Path to Snowhead Wath earlier, I take it back. It's definitely a great Wath in this specific case with Goat Remain start, since it's definitely not something that you think about doing, since you don't really need to go to Path to Snowhead.
Yeah, it's
You know?
definitely easy to just leave those checks behind, especially if you're in a situation of not having magic. It can be really frustrating to do this without magic.
That's just money.
Okay. I was like, I cannot see that. The easier check has our item.
Now watch it be letter to Mama.
Would be kind of nice if it was something other than just Dora Mask. But uh-oh.
But that makes sense. We do logically need fire arrows to beat the game. So,
Oh boy.
about that Zora in the well. I don't think it can happen anymore, unfortunately, because I think at this point it has to be ice arrows or something leading to ice arrows and PFE. So unfortunately, I don't think Well will have anything today or anything in Upper Arcana. We do have New Wave Bossa Nova. I believe it was on the Soaring tablet.
Yeah. Oh.
What? Where are we? Is this Zoe Grotto? Where are we right
Mm.
now, Shan? Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, Zora Cape Grotto. Chloe was in Zoe Grotto. So, I think from our perspective, I think that seed solved.
Yeah, I mean, the only possible thing we have left is just that PFE has something that leads to ice arrows, but still requires more than just that. Oath to Order was on the blue warp. So we're good on songs.
Yes, we have all of our songs, because Elegy was on Baby Goron, New Wave on Soaring Tablet, Sonata was vanilla, and Oath to Order was vanilla, and we started with Eponas.
Yeah, so Chloe, I believe, should have New Wave as well. Trackers.
You know, I'm starting to think that that first BS roll was the correct one. The 2%.
Yeah. 2% does seem pretty accurate here. I'll start asking for Chemico to roll all of my seeds in the future, please. This was pretty nice.
You know, if Chloe heads to Zora Cape, this might be a 1 cycle.
That's true. And that is a great joke there. I approve. Oh, another biggie up here in Cape. Fox mask.
Fortunately, it's not really useful in these settings. The check is
True.
junked.
Oh,
Another big chest.
more bombs.
Shan could get bailed out if there's another magic somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully it's just kind of along the way, if not, but definitely a question of when do you go back and do Woodfall. We were about to shoot a seagull with a light arrow for a second there.
I'm sorry, Pojo, you're right. Keaton mask is useful. 1 mask closer to Star Fox %. You're right, you're right.
Oh yes, happy 1 hour. Everybody make sure to follow our runners, Chloe and Shenanbread. And thank you to them for letting us do this restream. Thank you to our trackers, Blue Roses and Lady Draco. And thank you to my co-commentator, KT Bean. And thank you to our restreamer, Kamiko Sky, for making all of this happen.
And thanks for co-commentating with me.
Of course. Always happy to commentate. Now, where did that fish find a piece of heart to eat?
Oh, but I believe it does that in vanilla as well.
That's true. Does
Then
that
again,
just mean he feeds his fish pieces of heart?
could be. I mean, I know it takes a lot more fish to make that piece of heart regularly in Majora's Mask.
I want to know his sources. Fish coughed up his own heart since he ate his friend. Oh, Clifford Jack. Clifford, the big red piece of heart. Oh.
rather know how it could cough up a powder keg. Yeah, and like it doesn't detonate or something, Pojo.
Trying to think what game it is that has like fish that when you swim by them, it's like swim up to you and explode. Like that's what I'm thinking here.
Add percent.
And it's breakfast time. Well, it looks as long as Chloe doesn't forget about that grotto, they should be getting their Zora mask here real soon. Bunch of bait along the way first, though. Oh, and that is a cycle reset for Shanann.
Yeah. Not sure what Toilet Hand gave, but it wasn't magic.
Looks like Chloe's on normal, like, speed of time at the moment.
I think she'll still have enough time after getting Zora to complete it this cycle. To do the dungeons. So long as they invert.
Okay, we are remembering the grotto, so... Potential no mode for Chloe.
Yep, and there's the invert.
Awesome. I have just lost access to my monitors, so I will be right back.
Ooh, okay. I think at this point...
I think I'm back.
Welcome back.
We love thunderstorms.
Oh! That's magic for Shan. And Shan heading over to PFE, looks like. I do think this is still Chloe's race to lose. It could come down to execution, but Chloe does have Woodfall Temple over Shan.
Yeah, and I mean, Woodfall can be quick, but it's still a couple minutes. There's also technically Chateau difference at the moment. I believe that's go
Also-
mode.
Yep, that is go mode for Chloe.
And into my least favorite dungeon in this game. That's true. If Shan finds the fire arrows before Woodfall, they can still can go mode it, but it is directly hinted, so should be fairly obvious.
And I believe Shan also has FD.
I think Shan found it first, right?
I believe so.
No worries at all, Blue.
I think Shan didn't have any bombs.
Oh no. This is one of those things that I've always been like, you would think a ground pound as a Goron would work there.
Just break through through the ground like a Mario
I mean-
ground pound.
It's just snow, right?
I mean, you still need a bomb to blow it up in the springtime, so I think it's more than just snow.
That's fair. Goron's got to be like 1,000 pounds, right? How much does a Goron weigh?
Probably as much as a big rock.
Some sources suggest they can weigh at least 100 pounds per foot in height. An adult Goron would be 400 to 800 pounds. What is Shanann looking for?
Oath to order.
Oh, right. That's on Blue Warp.
Are there any doctors, physicians in the Zelda universe? There has to be.
Anyone who knows how to play a Song of Healing.
True. Anyone who can make a red potion.
That's true too. I think in Zelda 2, isn't there some doctors or like there's the lady that like heals you when you go in her house.
I mean, Grandma in Wind Waker makes that soup.
Grandma's a doctor. There we go.
I mean, isn't it? in Twilight Princess, isn't there somebody who's expecting? So there has to be like a midwife or a doctor, right?
Oh, that's right. Isn't the like where you get the wooden sword? That lady's she has had a baby and pregnant, right?
I think so.
Oh, and there's literally someone in Oracle of Ages named Dr. Troy. Twilight Princess has Dr. Borville in Hyrule Castletown.
I mean, yeah, at least in Majora's Mask, there's the witches that make the potions, and I assume they have some sort of like trade deal going on with the trading post, since they also have red potions, and I guess also with the Goron shop and the Zora shop too. Wait, no, is there a red
Maybe
potion in
Tingle's the
Zora?
doctor.
Maybe
Not that I
part-time
trust that, but
cartographer, part-time cartographer, full-time doctor.
yeah.
Well, there's the gold dust.
I always love seeing this bomb jump.
Sorry, all three of those bomb chews just encircled Shan just there.
They're very rude.
They are very rude. But that was a coordinated attack.
Sentient bomb juice. Which one was the leader, though, is the question. Like, who organized it?
Probably the one that saw her first. I'd say.
And right before midnight, we are headed in to fight a fish. Although, not much of a fight.
Nope, we got FD. Oh, there's the bunny hood.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh, there's the moon's tear.
Sweet, now we can relocate. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think we're only a frog mask away from Star Fox % no mode. Since we know where the Mask of Sense is. And I think we picked up Keaton Mask.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Shan's looking for.
So, I've been trying to think about this because I am also very confused what the hunt is for. I'm wondering if Shanann didn't actually get Sonata and misread the hint of Deku Palace missing the part where it said "except song." So Shanann might think that the song itself is foolish.
That could be. I could have sworn that I saw her in Deku Palace, though.
It's all in her personal tracker, though. Then I don't know.
I don't. Did she forget about Boss Blue Warp? Because I know we've been doing some settings for season 6, and the latest one had Boss Blue Warp junked.
Oh. I did not actually recognize or realize they'd made announcements about season 6 stuff.
It's just test settings. There hasn't been an official announcement for the season 6 settings, just some trials, if you would.
That's exciting still.
It is. It's very exciting. But yeah, they junked Boss Blue Warp in favor of Goron Elder for a song check.
Oh, interesting. So you put 2 on the mountain then.
Yep.
Well intensifies.
Yeah.
Oh, this trick is always so cool to watch too.
There we go.
Oh. And with how quick this next dungeon is, 5.5 hours should be plenty of time.
Yeah, Chloe has plenty of time to climb the tower and fight Twin Mold.
Heck, we even have Giant's Mask plus Chateau if things got, really awful.
I guess the only thing is 2.5 hearts. Kinda scary for Twin Mold. Just a little bit. Double defense
That's
certainly
true.
helps. But you never know. Sometimes Twin Mold is a big bully.
Maybe a consideration to grab a ferry while we're outside. Oh, and looks like that's exactly what Shanann's doing.
I do not blame her. Like I said, Twin Mold is a bully.
Oh, that Keese is also a bully.
And sometimes that other Keys is also a bully.
Just bullies all around. Oh. This trick right here is one that just I struggle with greatly.
Ooh. It looked like she got it, but then Link let go. I don't know the setup for this. I just YOLO it, so. Or rather, I do the lock-on method.
Now, I know a lot of the times the problem here is Z targeting the what's it called? The knight
Death
over there.
Armors?
Yeah, the Death Armos. And one thing that I learned somewhat recently is that if you use your ocarina, and then like get out of the ocarina, it will never target the enemy when you Z target immediately after.
Huh.
So I know there's some people who use the ocarina as a way to hedge against that. Oh,
I just know if you do the Z target method for the Death Armos jump, don't wear the stone mask because sometimes the Death Armos just isn't close enough for you to lock onto if you wear the stone mask. Whereas if you don't wear it, it's more likely that it'll just come to you. So you can Z target it. At least that's what I've learned.
and if this is a trick that just isn't something that you're comfortable with, there are alternate ways to get around this as well. So I find that while this is considered, the optimal quick way of doing things, the right way is usually the way that you are most comfortable with. Oh, I've never seen anyone jump over here before.
If you can't hookshot the chest right away after hitting the switch because of the Death Armos, best to just jump over to that little ledge. Basically on the Majora
Oh,
horn over there.
that's a great way to do it. I usually just void and do it from the right side.
Honestly, completely valid.
Nice job to both of our runners getting it.
Indeed.
That trick can be a lot harder than they made it look. So
It's one of
congrats
those
to both of
tricks
them.
where you either get it first try or it takes you at least 5 more tries. It's one of those tricks.
Ooh, we are a bomb short here, but
I think Chloe still has plenty of time. Beach wind mold.
yeah, no fairy here though. So as you mentioned earlier, health might end up a concern, but we'll see.
Yeah, this seed hasn't really given too many heart pieces, and I think the heart containers were always in spots where you could peek. You know, like on Hungry Goron, or I think the like in Zora Cape also had a heart container.
Yeah, we should be fine with FD, but as Windmold has just shown, sometimes bully. Or worms on the screen at once. believe that is the second worm going down on Chloe's side.
3 worms down, 1 to go. That is true. Shan does not have Chateau.
I think it would be pretty safe to assume they'll pick it up when they head to Woodfall, though. So we'll have it for Majora, but nicely placed magic drop there, so
There we go. 4 worms down.
I always loved how colorful like the moon is in comparison to the rest of the game.
Get to. Very scenic. Also, you get to you're not obscured by the clock on the screen when you're on the moon.
That's true too. All things considered, I think this is probably one of the nicest MM seeds I've seen.
Yeah. So, we started with Deku. Bo is a nice, easy location. It was at Southern Termina Field Grotto. Hook was also easy off of the bomb bag purchase. Garo Mask on the Dongos. Deed percent, but I don't think we needed any of them.
Nope.
Powder Keg on Tingle.
I mean, I guess unless you wanted the bunny hood.
True. Goron Mask was in Ranch. Bombs were off of Kume. All the bottles were like in Southern Swamp, I think. Yeah, sorry, the most convenient red potion bottle to ever exist in the Day 2 Mystery Woods Grotto.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Light arrows on the clock tower. Zora Mask in Zora Cape. FD on Day 3 South Clocktown chest. And ice arrows in PFE, which was hinted. So
Your density and your waths, and you're good.
yeah, and magic either in Woodfall Temple or PR. So just don't go east.
And that's going to be a GG. You blinked and Majora was done.
With a time of 1:32:54, Chloe has taken first place, and I believe that's also since Chloe came from winner's bracket, that's Fire's bracket champion, right?
I'm not certain. Let me double check. I believe that would be the case, though.
I'm jumping in just to say that yes, Chloe did come through from winner's bracket, hence why I put a Triforce next to her name. She won this race, which means that she is the Fire. What it's Group Fire champion. I think it was Group Fire that we called it. So
Yep.
yeah.
Chloe
GG's,
and
Chloe.
GG's. And congratulations.
Hello, thank you. Oh,
Chloe and
I
GG's.
can't believe that seed. Like, what was that?
I believe it's known as a jet.
um, okay, for starters, this is my first sub 2 seed.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
You. And what a race to get a sub 2, I mean. And I, I, I don't know, I was expecting a bit the Ra Casino at the end. I mean, the end is like the beginning for the seed. And when I found it in Zora Cape, I was like, wait, that's my go mode. Oof,
Right.
Sorry.
Congratulations on
able
the
to
one
one cycle.
cycle, too.
Thank you. Pretty proud of that one. yeah. When I found Goron and the Path to Snowhead hint, I just figured out it might be possible to one cycle this seed. This was a risk, to be fair. Like if the Zora mask was on something that required a cycle reset, like Midnight Meeting, that was in logic for like since the beginning of the seed, this would have punished me pretty hard. But I mean, I just went with my guts and it paid off.
Yeah, I think the big divergence in this seed was you went Woodfall Temple first. Meanwhile, Shan went and did Ranch. Before then, you guys were pretty much neck and neck.
Okay. Yeah, I am not surprised. Shan tend to do very traditional routing with shots. I mean, not as long as my cycle ones. So she going to day 3 and going range is no surprise for me. But I mean, I had a dungeon in front of me with everything I needed. I just went, okay, I'm just gonna do it. It's required, and it's also song knowledge. So let's go for it. And finding my magic there was so big.
Yeah, I believe Shanann ended up finding another magic in
PR.
Ankle Rock.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I was not going Pinnacle Rock like ever this seed. As soon as when I got the Path to Snowhead int, I was really hoping it would be Zora mask on this int, and PFE being Ice Arrows, and that I would be able to entirely skip Fire Arrows. Sadly, it was Fire Arrows and Path to Snowhead, but Zora mask was not in a terrible location, so that's a great thing. Whew.
This was definitely a seed that everyone dreams about. So, congratulations on doing so well in it.
Yeah, thank you. This Krebs tournament is actually the first tournament I enter, and me just winning it, like no loser bracket, nothing, just winning all of my matches against pretty talented runners I thought were much better than me, is like a shock. There is a bit of imposter syndrome right now, but I'm just trying to think that if I won every single one of my matches, bad seed and jet seeds alike. Yeah, maybe I kinda deserve that, and that was not all luck. I'm just trying to say that to myself, and maybe one day I will believe it, but
You certainly earned the title of Group Fire Champion. Like you said, you didn't drop a single match this whole tournament.
yeah, I mean, yeah, just thanks. I don't have much words right now. I
That's
think a part
okay.
of me, a part of me struggles to believe it.
Well, eventually, that'll settle down. I'm sure you definitely earned this win, and we're happy to have you as part of the tournament.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Is Shan also in Go mode?
Yes, she
They,
is.
she
Okay.
is doing, I
Oh,
think,
GBT.
Great
Yeah,
Bay
just
as the
open.
final dungeon.
Yes, yes.
I think we
I
already
think
saw Woodfall.
yes, I think so too.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, this is had like pretty much everything in a convenient place. So, and all title deeds too. That was kind of funny.
So we were saying Termina Field, Way of the Hero, every single piece of paper here, all the toilet paper you need.
Most
And
convenient red
don't do
potion in the
toilet
world.
end.
Oh yeah, any thoughts on that red potion bottle?
So I was like, this is so convenient. I love it.
I
So
was actually. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, Shan found a bottle of milk off of Swamp Archery
Oh
and
wow.
went and got a red potion with that, and then went and did Mystery Woods Day 2. She was not happy about that red potion bottle.
Yeah, I can believe that. I just decided to not go with any shit like any mini game or anything. Just going straight for my progression. Songs and wars, just staying focused, and at the end I just started playing very aggressively, and yeah, it paid off. Yeah, I'm looking at the stream and the trackers. Yeah, there is like nothing, no surprise there. She didn't get anything like really spicy like Mirror Shield or Captains or Lance or anything like that. I was pretty happy with my GBT, except I missed the second water wheel. That would have been the little bonus to make everything cool, but sadly it didn't go perfectly, but was good enough.
You just reminded me. We were commenting on your swag as you were
Oh,
defeating
right.
the turtles in Woodfall Temple. How you were throwing the bombs and then letting them come to you, but you deflect them back into the bombs. We thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was not 100% planned, to be fair. But I mean, when it happened, I was like, huh, looks cool.
It did look very cool.
I very much enjoyed that. It looked 100% intended.
I should have kept it silent then. Oh, I also missed the short cycle of the jump Shan is about to do. That was a bit sad. I don't miss that very often, but it happens for sure.
And it does. Those jumps can be really weird. Uh, Bunny Hood makes things really awkward trying to make those jumps too.
Yeah. Did Chan manage to do left side ISTT first try?
No.
No.
Oh no! I would have been so proud of her.
Yeah, she struggled with that for, I think, around 10 attempts, but
Oh no! She had been very consistent so far in this jump this tournament, and
yeah,
I
it's
was
not an easy trick. Like,
no, but
people
we
make it look
practiced,
really easy, but it takes a lot of time and effort to get consistent at
we
that.
practiced that together. And when I tried to teach her that jump, I was like telling her the inputs as I was doing it in the same time. She managed to do it. I failed when I was teaching her. And I was like, girl, you were telling me that nobody ever managed to teach you this jump. And I'm just like saying the inputs and you got it first try. Like what? Oh wow, that was a lot of bottles for Shan.
Yeah, there were quite a few of them. I think 3 out of the 4 were in the swamp.
Yes, I think the gold dust bottle was in Road to Akana on the
Yeah,
pillar.
makes sense. I didn't stop there. I
think
was
the only-
rolling around at the speed of sound.
Trying to think, which bottle didn't we see? We just didn't see the other empty bottle. Because there was one on Swamp Spider House, and then
Yep.
we
Yeah,
never saw
that's
the other
true.
one.
Good thing there's spoiler logs for that. Decided that Shanann didn't want the second copy of the light arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was just a convenient recovery art since it was the same cycle. But yeah, I'm really happy about that one cycle thing.
Yeah, that's something that not many runners can say they've done.
Yeah, and it's not always right to aim for it.
No, I think a lot of people specifically like don't even let it have a chance to do it because they'll rush day 3 ranch pretty early and then just cycle reset.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because at the even at the point I started Woodfall Temple, I was not expecting to do one cycle at all. But yeah, that magic and that go run in ranch were like just amazing.
Yeah, this seed gave you, do your density and everything else was hinted, and you'll also find every safety you could ever desire along the way.
So, after you found magic in Woodfall Temple, were you thinking at all about Shrine? At all?
I was absolutely thinking about Shrine. Like when I was looking for my Zora mask, I was like very close to just. I think it might have been my next move after just after Zora Cape, like leaving Zora Cape, going to Icana and the Shrine. That was like probably my next plan. So yeah, I was pretty happy to find my Zora mask before going to Shrine.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Flash, you know who else is also a bully? Majora and the
Oh,
Remains.
yeah.
They're also bullies. And
GG.
GG's to Shan!
Jeez, Shan.
Majora getting one last kick to the face before going down.
The time of 1:49:28.
Really, the time difference, in a jet seed, that's not that big of a time difference for, just having missed something. See if Shanann wants to join us for an interview here.
So yeah, I was really happy to play that grand final against Shan. I think we memed about that when we got the groups spoiled. So we were like, "Hey, we are in the same group. Yeah, let's meet in grand finals," and we did.
That's right, because you guys also had a match earlier in the brackets, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Ooh.
it was a second match.
Always something that's interesting when it comes to racing. It's so fun when you race against someone and you're comfortable with, because you can make decisions based on knowing their play style. But at the same time, racing against a friend can be even more anxiety.
Welcome in, Shan. GG's.
GG, Shan.
GG's.
Hey Shan, GG's.
Yeah, I pushed west really late. That was on me. I knew I was behind the moment I got ice arrows, and I was like, oh, shizzle.
I got my ice arrows at, I don't know, 1 hour 5:10.
Yeah, I got
You were
mine.
both pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got mine around the same time. Did you do Woodfall early by
Yes.
chance?
Yes.
That's why then. I didn't do Woodfall.
This
So
was
I didn't
what
know where
I
Oath
did.
was. I didn't know where Oath was.
Oh,
So I think, yeah, that definitely cost me a little bit, pushing west late and then not knowing where Oath was. I got ice arrows and I was like, okay, I'm gonna gamble that nothing is in PF, so I went straight to Path to Snowhead. Got fires and I was like, okay, so now it's just down to Oath. It's either Blue Boss Warp or, East. So obviously I went to Graveyard, peaked Grave, and I was like, okay, so it's not in Captains, so I can go to Final Night pretty much straight after Stone Tower Temple. And yeah, I was just like, this is shit. Sorry for my language.
Woodfall also happened to have magic in it, which made a pretty big difference too.
Oh yeah, the other magic was in Pinnacle Rock. That was my first magic.
yeah, they told me.
Yeah, I was debating doing Woodfall early, like in my final hours, but then I got Goron and Ranch, and I was like, well, that changes everything. So then I just started doing everything. Then I got Zora, and then that really screwed with everything as well. And I was just like, okay. So then I just started. I basically just went day one, did Keg song, and I was like, of course it's not Oath. Because a keg that free is never going to be anything useful.
That is, and it was conveniently placed too.
Yeah,
like, you
I
got it in the tingle right to the boulder. No, that is a trap.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I actually grabbed it from Great Bay Coast and then did Pinnacle Rock and PFE and then did Keg Song. So either way, it was convenient because it was on the way to something somewhere that was important.
That is cool.
Yeah, and it saved me some loading zones pretty much to get it. But yeah, when I got those ice arrows, I was like, this is either gonna go really well for me or really bad. So, yeah.
So were you still missing an item? You were missing fire arrows on when you got ice, right?
Yeah, and I literally went straight out of PFE and went straight to a path to Snowhead. Because my assumption was it was either fire arrows in PFE or it was ice arrows, and then path to Snowhead had the other arrow. Pretty much was my assumption. Really, I was really hoping it wasn't like Mirror Shield, or else I might have cried. But yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I think the big difference was my song knowledge.
Yeah, it definitely was. You knowing where Oath was definitely
I
was big.
basically knew I was not requiring any of the song items, so so when I went to Woodfall Temple in day 2, on night 2 I think.
Yeah.
Finished it at like 5:30, went straight to range, grabbed the hint, grabbed the Goron, grabbed the hint about Path to Snowhead, and I was like, oh. So if my two worth are Zora and in Path to Snowhead and Ice Rose in PFE, I am definitely gonna skip those fire arrows and just and me finding the fire arrows on Snowhead and on Path to Snowhead was like, I am not sure if that's going to end well because I am in a Zoramas casino. But yeah, the Zoramas was in a pretty convenient place to move. And
ironically, my race against Sean Goron was in that spot. So my assumption was there's gonna be a few things in West. As soon as I got Goron, I was like, okay. Either I push north and push west, or I push north and I push Woodfall. But I went with the west option because the amount of times I've skipped Cape and then it's bit me. Because to be fair, there was a load of checks in Cape. Like loads of gilded chests, and I was like, I'm happy that I checked, even though only like one thing was worthwhile. But yeah, I felt so deflated when I got Oath to Order. I was just like, oh great. To be fair, I didn't look at the race room until I was literally going to Majora. I was like, nope, not looking.
Yeah, I was expecting that you just closed the race room and was like just focusing on your game, and
yeah,
I was also so stressed and being like, oh, Zora being west. I know Shan loves going west pretty fast, so this might really bite me.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it bit me for the one time I didn't go west.
That is true.
Yeah. I should have really just pushed PFE as soon as I got Zora, but my brain was like, route Keggin first. Just go do your Sphere Zeros in Clocktown, and then do Keg, and then just do it all in one cycle, because yeah. That's how my brain functioned. Because I was like, I'm gonna have to cycle anyway, why not just cycle now? And then just, it makes no difference when I do PFE, as long as I do it straight away. Pretty much. So, yeah. Yeah, well. It was nearly a PB for me, though. Again.
Nice.
Well, congrats on the PB.
Yeah, it was like 1 minute off. I think, no, it was... No, 147 is my PB, I think. I must have got it by a fraction or something, because it said I had a personal best. So that must have been milliseconds off.
Yeah, I have no idea why it's not saying it's my personal best. because it definitely was.
Maybe in different settings. Somehow. Magically.
I guess the question I've got now is, now that Group 5's bracket is now concluded, what would be your next steps going to be main tournament season 6?
My first... So, a lot of people know me because I do a lot of organizing for MMR. And so I'm kind of mentally curled up in a ball, not organizing anything until season 6. I don't know if I'm going to do season 6 because it takes a lot of work to organizing and I don't know if I can do both. But if there's a challenge cup this year, I might do that. Because usually when they do the challenge cup, it's when the season's dying off. So, yeah, if there's a challenge cup, I might do it, but I don't think I could do the main tournament. Blech. Ugh.
Yeah, I kind of don't know. Maybe I will try qualifiers for season 6, but I need to feel the settings. Right
Might
now
enter the memes.
I'm seeing myself. I have a picture of myself with the sniffer mask and sniffing the settings, but because
Yeah.
but yeah, maybe main tournament, maybe CC, maybe nothing. Probably Scrub season 4.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, if I'm able to enter a qualifier, I'm able to restream it, so I should probably restream it. So
I know that trap for Ocarina of Time.
it's for us, because there's a lot of Americans in MMR.
Hmm.
To get European races on is like trying to draw blood from a stone. So Chloe understands, because Chloe is one of the restreamers for the Europeans as well. And during Mystery, after round 2 of Mystery, it was all American. And the one time we had a European racing, they were fighting an Australian. So you can guess how that worked out. It didn't. The Europeans were just like honk shoe. We were out. We were like, nope.
Yeah, especially when you have a day job, it just cannot happen.
Yeah.
You just can't stay really up at for one night because you're just gonna get up the next morning to work.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have to adult, which sucks.
Adulting.
Ugh.
Do we have any more questions then from the commentary team or from chat, or if our runners, if you guys have any questions before I give you your spoiler log?
I have one. Can I die now?
No,
Am
you
I
had a
allowed to
fairy in a
die?
bottle.
Oh, I had 2. I took 2 up there with me. How many hearts did you have for Majora?
I think I had 4 arts.
Yeah, I had 4 as
you were
well, and I was
+4.
just like, anxiety. I have FD, anxiety, I don't care.
Yeah, FD was also conveniently placed.
So was Chateau as well.
Yes.
I was just like, I'm at Woodfall, I'm just gonna grab that again.
I didn't use Chateau until nearly entering Georg.
I used it just outside GBT, I think. I was just like, well, here's my first fairy. And then I left GBT and I was like, I'm gonna grab a second fairy. Oh my god, my STT execution. Oh my god. I failed so many times. My hands were shaking.
Yeah, I might have asked specifically about left side how he went, but
The one time.
yeah.
The one time I failed multiple times. At one point, I actually screamed many expletives out loud. And my fiance kind of went, huh? And looked at me. And he had his headphones on, and he still heard me. Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna throw something. But then I finally got it, and I was just like, I just don't want to play anymore. Yeah, but yeah, my only question is, can I die now? So.
Yeah, no question for me.
I'm not going to comment on if you can die now or not, but what I am going to do is I am going to talk about the remaining races that we've got, because we have a race happening in, I want to say 2 hours, at time of this stream being up. It is Group Ice's finals between Cine and the Real Reliable. Does anyone know who came through winners bracket in that one?
Reliable.
Reliable. So if Reliable wins that one, they won't be needing their second match. But if Cine does win, they do have a race tomorrow at 11 p.m. BST, which is 10 p.m. UTC, 6 p.m. Eastern. If they need that race tomorrow. And then on Monday, July 7th, by the sounds of things and looks of things, Eris BTW and Bruttin the DOS are doing their light bracket finals. And they've got that set up so they're doing it back to back.
Sorry, back to back to back over 6 hours.
Back to-
Wow!
Yeah, we will get that fixed as soon as we know when they're actually doing the 2 races. But from what I've heard, apparently they want to do it on the same day.
Yeah. As a restreamer, I looked at that and died inside.
Yeah, two back to back as a player like scares me. Nevertheless, 3.
Yeah, and if you do Majora's Mask back to back, it's oh boy.
Like
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, they must have both just double inputted. But then times are also mismatched on one of them, so
Yeah,
like
to
I
be
said-
fair though, Brot and Eris are both phenomenal runners, so those races probably wouldn't take more than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So compare if like me and Chloe were to do a back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I am not doing that
absolutely
in any
not.
world.
Absolutely not.
Either way, we'll try and get that sorted and confirmed sooner rather than later. I've just posted the link to the schedule in the chat. I'm also going to share the Discord. The first link is a link to the Scrub Central Discord if you want to take part in the next Majora's Mask Randomizer tournament that we host, which will probably be next year, as well as the Ocarina of Time Randomizer that we host, or just pop on in to learn some tricks and tips. There sometimes are pickup races for multiple different randomizers. Also, if you're interested in playing Majora's Mask, and may be interested in taking part in Season 6, join the Majora's Mask Randomizer Discord, as they will be able to give you, as they will be able to give you more information. And also, isn't that where you post where the current Season 6 settings that you're testing are?
Yes, absolutely. So make sure you grab the rolls for standard. And if you're interested in racing, make sure you grab the racer roll as well. Because then you'll get pings for people who are setting up friendly races in standard settings, or maybe the tournament organizers are going to put out an announcement saying like, hey, these are the settings. If you have those roles, then you'll be covered, at least for standard. But we have plenty of more settings in Majora's Mask. We have mystery, advanced, blitz, everything else that I can't think of off the top of my head. But there's definitely going to be a lot going on.
Settings at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and there's loads of helpful people in the Majora's Mask Discord. And when the restreams happen for standard and any tournaments, the roles will be pinged. So, if you're interested in watching them, you get the Race Watcher role as well, and you'll get pinged for that. So.
And speaking of restreams, if you would like to be helping us out in these restreams, whether that be a tracker, a commentator yapping about the seed and about what the runners are doing, or as a restreamer and making sure that the stream is okay and not on fire, join the Scrib Central Discord, go to the volunteering section, and put a message in there. If you want to track, just message, we'll give you the role. If you want to commentate, there is a questionnaire form that you can fill out for Ocarina of Time Randomizer or Majora's Mask Randomizer, or I believe there's also a DK64 Randomizer one.
Indeed.
Yep.
DK64randomizer.com, you mean?
Yes. Thank you, Flash, for confirming that. So if you want to commentate for any of those games, when we host restreams for those, you can fill out the different forms so that we can potentially give you the role. And restreamer, there's also a restreamer application form. Fill that out. We'll be in touch. Yeah.
Yes, the post restream spiel.
Yes.
Breathe, Sky, breathe.
Okay. Finally, I want to give a huge congratulations to your Group Fire champion, Chloe, and commiserations to our runner-up, Shanann Bread. If you haven't already, go give them a follow, go show them some support. They are amazing runners, and yeah, they deserve it.
Yeah.
The
Very
unsung
tired.
Yes. The unsung heroes of every restream are, of course, our trackers. Today's tracking team is Lady Draco and Blue Roses for You. If you haven't already, please go give them a follow. Go show them some support. They both deserve it because they're the ones making sure the graphic on the screen is up to date so that our commentators and you guys in chat are able to know what items people already have. Today, I was your restreamer, and today's commentators are Flash and Katie Bean. If you haven't followed Flash or Katie Bean yet, go give them a follow and show them some support. They're the people who are yapping and talking about the seed and making sure you could hear and understand what was going on. So yeah, give everyone a follow and show them some support. Whilst I fire up this raid over to Sky Goro, if commentators and runners want to give any quick shout outs, now's the time.
Shout out to my controller for surviving that race. I think my up button is broken because I have to keep bashing it because it just won't register. And I'm like, okay. And of course, shout out to Chloe for putting on such a good race today.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Shan, shout out to all my MMR and ZSR friends. Shout out to my teacher. I don't know if they are listening, but if they are, you know, you are my teacher, and thank you very much. And thank you, Scrubs, for organizing those tournaments and putting a restream.
Yeah, thank you for the tournament. Honestly, I appreciate Scrub Central a lot because they give people like us the chance to race without feeling the pressure of the top 32. So thank you.
I am going to have to cut any more shout-outs off as we are about to go raiding. But otherwise, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next restream, which might be in a few hours. And if not, we'll see you when we next see you.